Shall we? Yes, bless. Who's ready for some boom, baby, boom? Right. And shines, beautiful white fluffy clouds. You know it's the morning marijuana motivation time. I'm your host with the mostest, Marky Saint. This is Saint's Addiction. 2 billionaires smoking every morning. And I'm going to just go into the show. This morning is like you don't see. And this is the ground that we have to cover for all of us that never get to see our actions or our forest through our trees. I started to see and exhibit some behaviors in me, and I was like, holy shit, I didn't see that coming. I didn't even see that transpire. And how many times have we had that desire or action come up into our lives and we were like, oh shit, I didn't even see that coming, right? I didn't even see my actions take over me, right? This is what addiction's all about. It's about taking control of yourself and leaving the doubt. And that's why we're having the morning motivation this morning. Let's go into it, shall we? Gently, gently, 2 billionaires smoking weed. Let's go. He did inhale Saints Addiction. So, bro, if it ain't one thing, it's a motherfucking other. Let me call myself out from the jump, because that's just what we do over here at Saints Addiction. First of all, make sure you join Weed Club. Get your Weed Club card. I got plenty of cartridges, plenty of pens. My friend just came in. Whoa, nice. The cloud cover up some of that sunshine. Let's get it in. Oh, it's back. Never mind. My eyes hurt. Like, no. Yeah, it turned out I was fucking one of the cheapest whores in all of Oslo, Norway. And I was about to marry this woman. And I was convinced she was beautiful, she was smart, she was just, it was all about her energy. But what I didn't realize is she didn't have an energy, right? The energy inside of her that's like, yo, I'm a G, I'm an inner G. Most people ain't doing that. They're not showing their G side, they're showing their B side, the B side of their actions, the subversiveness, the slickness. You think you're slick is what we used to say in the South. It's like, you think you're slick, that no one else has seen what you're doing, like no one else in the history of history's ever pulled off what you've been pulling off, cheating with your wife or overeating or pretending. And that's one of the toughest ones. If you're an overweight person, you can almost see the person's lack of not only empathy but lack of concentration. So here, let me take a picture real quick on what I thought we were in. Boom, baby, boom. Yeah, let that wind come on in. Let's go. Join B Club. Oh, before the blunt goes. And then we're gonna smoke up. And I got some dabs too. My homie left his dab rig, so I got like an ounce of dabs. Anybody needs any dabbatry products to smoke the dabs out of, we got rigs, we got pens, we got batteries, we got cartridges. Fuck, bro, you name it. Hash. The sky's the limit. But it's only gonna be the limit that you put on yourself. That's why we have to have this conversation this morning. There's a limit. And most people don't see it. That's why I say you don't see. You don't see me calling out my girlfriend up in the morning getting frustrated, be like, shut the fuck up. And it's not a nice thing to say shut the fuck up. I said anybody who's been anyone for a longer period of time, right? You've been married or at the office, or maybe it's a coworker, right? After a while, motherfuckers get on each other's nerves. I'll wait. And you don't see it. You don't see that it's something small, like you didn't put the lighter back, or the toilet paper's facing the wrong way, or where's the cap to the toothpaste, right? You don't calculate it that way. And unfortunately, after a certain amount of days or just spending too much time with another individual, you'll get on each other's nerves. Brother, sister, lover, co-worker, you name it. There's going to be somebody that's going to get on your motherfucking nerves. This guy's playing his music so loud I can hear it from his car, and you're going to be like, shut the fuck up. And my girl's like, I never said anybody shut the fuck up. And I'm like, You didn't grow up like me. You know what I mean? I told her you didn't grow up like me. With a construction father and a waitress mother, I didn't grow up gently, right? So I didn't get to see the behavior. I didn't exhibit or model it. Someone wasn't modeling it to me, right? People could tell you, shut the fuck up, man. And you would be like, I need to shut the fuck up. And even when I talk to myself, I'm saying that to myself, shut the fuck up. I even have to bite my fucking tongue down just to shut the fuck up. How many people have you telling to shut up or shut the fuck up? I'll wait. You know? How many times have you been with somebody and they just annoyed the shit out of you? You were just like, another fucking word and I'm going to strangle this person. And I don't care how Mother Teresa you think you are, eventually something will get on your nerves. Some people are smooth as a baby's bottom. Some people don't see the forest through the trees. And that's when I was like, okay, now I need to see. I need to say that I need to not say shut up. Shut up's a mean word, so stupid. Shut the fuck up. And I'm trying to fucking finish my sentence, or all frustrated person that was trying to communicate and didn't do it effectively. And that is me. I'm the mistake master. I'm the guy I gotta see that I'm being abusive when I say that shit. There's that cat. You know, when I'm saying that shit, that's too funny. I see these two birds up here. They're following each other. He's following that pussy. He was just following that pussy. He was just chasing around. He was just following that little. Oh no, she's got two suitors. But yeah, look, she's up there getting a threesome on at the top of the roof. The pigeons are getting it on. But you know, maybe another guy's following her. Maybe you don't see that you're following a girl and you're creeping her out. Maybe you don't see that you need more workout and more confidence. Maybe you don't see that that you're being thirsty and that you're willing to risk your future for bad behavior. There's a lot of that. That's a lot of it. And it's only after you've gotten really sober or clear or still to be able to say, oh shit, bro. I'm going to make a sober, clear, and still shirt. But oh shit, when you just look at your behaviors, and I was like, I was doing what? Last night went out with the homie. We went to about 3-4 different strip clubs, and he's doing bumps and blow in the parking lot. And I'm like grateful that I don't have to chase my sobriety. I'm grateful I don't have to go drinking to get the edge off. I'm grateful that I'm not running into anything that's going to bring me chaos and slack. I'm not trying to be, I'm seeing myself. I can see myself when I'm being weak and lazy and uninitiated, right? You're not tired, you're uninspired. And most people don't want to look at it that way. They don't want to see that they've been getting exactly what they wanted. They're going to watch their football games. They're getting to smoke their weed. They're getting to fucking have sex. But how many people are working on their relationship? How many people are working with their lover to build up their confidence? How many people are editing themselves so that they fit society better, or their relationship better, or their job better? No, they don't want to do that. They just want the job to fit them. They're all entitled. Not only know the name, my friend went to go get a job, didn't know the name of the place, wanted to be the head bitch in charge, but she was only going to get the midnight shift. And I was just like, bro, you don't run shit. You know what I mean? A lot of people out here thinking they run shit, but they don't see themselves. To be a leader, you got to lead yourself. You got to lead yourself with discipline and show action that most people wouldn't exhibit. Most people get inside themselves and they're like, yeah, that's just way too much work. And then look at it and they're like, okay, I'm scared. I'm going to avoid it as much as possible. I'm going to cover it up with my denial and the reasons. Let me show you my excuses, right? Like, okay, I got 6 dogs. Oh, I got a mortgage. I got my pussy's bleeding. I have all the excuses in the world why not to do something. I'm looking for people, for their brains to do something. The can-do attitude where like, I can do anything I put my mind to. I'm possible is an impossible. And most people don't want to talk that way. They don't want to see their forest through the trees. They don't want to see that they've been letting days go by and all they do is repeat the same thing, feed the same cat, go the same route, wearing fucking patterns into the carpet. And I was just like, man, dude, I would rather die than that be that way. And that's what I started to see. I started to see when I wear out my welcome, right? I can see when I'm wearing out my welcome. I can see, hopefully, when I'm being frustrated and triggered, right? And then I can see things not so personally, right? Like I put the goggles on and just be like, this happens to everybody. That makes me feel good because it's not just me. You know, I'm not the only human being on this planet with struggles or issues or miscommunications, right? And I won't be the first and I won't be the last. There it is right there, that I can see that this isn't so personal, that I know it's my journey, but it's not as directed at me as I like to think that it is. Like it's happening to me, or is it happening for me? And that's when you get really deep and you're like, this is all happening for me, to develop me. All that pain built me into the man that I am today. You know, multiple abortions, prisons, homelessness. It built me in the man I am today. So maybe I'm not so nice. I'm talking with my girlfriend about that. And I work hard on not being like my father. My mom didn't see. She didn't see that she was about to date another alcoholic, abusive man just like her father. Same with the tobacco habit, same with the alcohol habit, same with that brash, my way or the highway attitude that I inherited from them. And then they want me to undo it. I'm like, man, I was raised this way. I was raised where somebody could grab you by the scruff of the neck and say, hey, it's time to move, boy. And that meant move, boy, move. And then whatever sophistication you had or whatever cognition you had in your head or whatever you thought you were going to do gets abruptly changed with a Thanos snap, and you're out there working in the yard, you're fucking scrubbing toilets, you're fucking doing things you never thought you would do. So am I an asshole for being an asshole, or am I determined because I'm after it? I'll wait. Is it tough love or is it just tough? Maybe you don't see. And that's why we had to have this conversation this morning, is because, not for nothing, afternoon, I started to see myself bow up on situations like my buddy, well, not my buddy anymore, Chris O'Gain over there fucking blowing me up about a well. I just changed the word to wood. But I definitely saw your behavior. And you might not see your behavior, but everybody else is watching. They're watching you talk shit about someone else as soon as they leave. That's low self-esteem. They're watching you not keep your word and not be impeccable with your word and just constantly overpromise and underdeliver. Yeah, there's people out there like that. Screenshot. But anyway, send it to me. But yeah, man, what a fucking trip life is when you don't get to see your own power, your own decisions, your own fruitions come to the light. And when you come to the light is when you shed the darkness. So you're going to have to do some shadow work. They say men doing shadow work is the new sexy. It's hard. It's hard to go into yourself and go, oh shit, I got a lot of regret. I didn't make always the best decisions. But if you look around, the playing field's even for all of us. We're all going to make mistakes. We're all going to date the wrong girl, fall in love with the town bicycle. We're all going to fucking break up with someone and have heartbreak, right? We're all going to experience loss in some form or another, whether it's life or limb, life and limb. They say it could be some of your products. My buddy was telling me he had this souped up car, must have put $100,000 into it, and then somebody wrecked it and ran off, and his insurance only covered $20,000 of it. He was out $80,000. They ain't no snap. This is life. You know what I mean? And that bitch moved fast. Just like your boy Lil Wayne said, lyrics on shirts, life is a bitch, just make sure life is a bitch, just make sure she's beautiful. Life is a bitch, just make sure she's beautiful, bro. And that's it. I'm an asshole, but I got a big heart. And you can switch up anything with anyone, and they're going to have a plus and a minus. They're going to have a saint and an addiction. And that's all it is. I don't have hope that they're on a mission, but you better wishing that they're not dishing out abuse and continuing, wishing not continuing. And that's it, bro. Like, you can repeat the cycle. That choice is really up to you. No one's really going to stop you. No one's going to slap the remote out of your hands. No one's going to slap the cookies out of your mouth. No one's going to make the decisions for you. And that's when you get in your power center. You made some decisions that you didn't see. You didn't see that you made a decision to let your excuses control you. You didn't see that you're repeating the same patterns as your parents. You didn't see that this woman was familiar, and that's also a red flag in itself, right? We're over here counting red flags like it's Six Flags, right? It's an amusement park to us, and we just didn't see that this isn't funny. It's a love roller coaster with a death spiral at the end. We couldn't wait to get on Viper 7 different loops till we got off and threw up all our meals, right? We didn't know that by smoking a blunt on Joe Rogan that it would get you and the FCC involved in the fucking SEC and have to take drug tests for 400 employees. No, you missed that part. Yeah, you missed that part that the cops had a warrant for your arrest and you went to go out into the park and then just had to spend 3 weeks inside jail fighting people. They're breaking their hand over your skull. Bro, you just don't see. And that's what ends up happening. What we can only see is our feelings, what's right there most in front of us. We don't get to calculate our feelings. We don't get to choose our feelings. We just get to feel them instead of seeing them come up inside of us and take form into our actions. That would be killer, right? To actually see your emotions drive you into an action, and now you got Saints addiction. I literally saw that my motivation was so high when it was a drug or something that was fun. Like I said, it was just all of a sudden, hey, you want to go strip club? I got all the energy. Went from laying in the bed to now all of a sudden I'm going to three, four different strip clubs. Where did that energy come from? It was midnight. I mean, we didn't start till like 1 o'clock, then come home till 4. You all of a sudden have a second gear in you. My point is to find the second gear before there's fear, before there's an excuse, before there's something going on with you. You beat yourself to the punch, like I said last week, and outsmart yourself, right? Don't be a smart ass. Smart yourself. Don't just show your ass, and don't just show out, but show up and show your discipline. Show yourself your discipline. Show yourself that you're bigger than your whims, right? Than your feelings. That like you know that this feeling can pass. Shit, you know that you're one ice cream away from changing that depression into excitement. You know that you're one nap away from forgetting that pain. You also know how to numb yourself. That's what it all is about. Like all of us are self-medicating and masturbating and meditating our way to some kind of clearance, some kind of sober clarity, sober, clear, and still. And that's about the most opportune moment that I can make something more real, right? Like really real, not just blah, blah, blah. I'm hoping it will happen. No, ma'am, no, sir. Go ahead, energy. I want to make myself happen. Everybody's like, I want to make my dreams happen. You don't need even more than that. You need self-control, self-discipline, self-goals. Most people ain't trying to go after that shit. Not daily. They're not trying to fucking keep promoting their biz or start a new business or create something that no one's ever seen before. Nope. They're going to go back to their emotions and be like, well, my boyfriend left me, so I stopped working on that project. What? I remember back in the day when I bought my ex balanced bras because she had them big old titties. I was like, you need to balance out this bra. Make me a prototype. No prototypes ever showed up. I'm already beta testing site an hour, bro. You got to give me something. Yes, I make shirts. This is a shirt I actually made. It's a prototype, right? It's the first of its kind. I got it on. There's only one of these in the whole entire world. It's your boy. And I could put it back in your hand. And that's what it was with the Zappos guys. When I was doing the downtown project, I showed all the way up from Thailand and put a shirt in their hand. I'm like, look, I can import these shirts. They're like, yeah, we're not going to do it. And I was like, well, I'm going to do it without you. Saints addiction, baby. I'm flying. With or without you. Are you coming on? And I even had that conversation with my girl. Are you going to get the fuck in the car? Or are you going to sit there and throw a pity party? There are some people that don't see that they'll try to control through stonewalling or pity partying or complaining, that they'll want to make the situation worse instead of helping it out. There's people that will sandbag your shit. There are people that will drill holes in your canoe and sabotage. I know it for a fact. When my stepdad used to run the whole 20 people crew, I think it was Jeremy. Jeremy was the guy that would be like, if he was bad, he would sandbag and fuck up the job. His measurements would get off. He would cut wrong. He would become lazy. He would go on more smoke breaks. He was uninitiated. And that's you. You got to look you in the eye and go, man, oh, that's me. I'm uninitiated. I let that buck me. I let that guy come up to me. And that's what they used to do when we were in car sales. Be like, oh, man, it's hot out here. I'm going to go get a soda. And then the other guy would be like, yeah, I'm going to go get a soda too. And then he would go get a soda, and you would stay there and make money and get the next car to come up. And then he would be like sipping a soda, but not making no money. You have that choice. Make money, do that hard work, get your hands involved, get yourself involved, show up, show out. I can't wait for Magic to show up this next Monday. I was supposed to be there on Sunday and put flyers in an hour everywhere, but here I am talking about it instead of being about it. So I am in my head too, tough on myself. What kind of things did I say I wanted and then feared from? You can redact or retract your thoughts. You can be like, oh, that's what I really want, and then slowly back away from it and be like, oh, well, I don't have a car. Oh, I don't have money. Oh, I don't have a girlfriend. And you'll back up of your dreams. You're like, I would do that if I had this. And this ifs and buts and candy and nuts, oh, what a Merry Christmas we'd all have. This ifs and buts is not what gets us candy and nuts. We have to actually do the work. And it's like, are you willing to put in the work? That was a big thing for the BU seminar. Are you willing to do the work? You could say whatever you want to say. Write down all those goals, but are you going to say what is it going to take to get those goals? Hey, I want to lose weight. Oh yeah, well now I got a meal prep, right? Eat less than 2,000 calories a day. Hit the gym 4 out of 7 days a week. You know, get on that schedule. But you don't want to put yourself on a schedule. No, 90% of the fucking what are they called? New Year's resolutions get burnt. We don't want to keep it real with ourselves. We don't want to post that we're going to quit cigarettes and have our friends keep it to us, slapping them out of our hands. We'll be pissed because we want what we want and we'll fight for it. What's weird is we won't fight for the right things. And that's where Saints Addiction came in. I was like, wait, hold up, man. If I put this same amount of energy into making clothing, right? Imagine what would happen. That was just the experiment of Saints Addiction. Imagine if I just take all this energy and stop trying to chase fake love and fake highs and fake friends, right? And fake events and fake feelings, and start getting some real out of it. Start getting really still and calm in myself and get my real confidence. Start really dreaming and putting some action behind the dreams. It's like, shit, already signed an hour, boom, that means Billionaire Blunt's coming. Oh, and Motivated Juice too. That's the one that I forgot the other day. It's Reliable Models, pop that bitch out. Home Small, she's coming too. Politics on Shirts, I busted out 5 websites, man. They're all been websites I've owned. That all websites are websites matching the Instagram, and I'm gonna push it to the limit, and that's where we're at. We're at the, are you gonna do it, or are you gonna talk about it? Are you going to excuse it, or are you going to rationalize it? Or are you going to fear it, or are you going to love it? And are you doing the things that you fear like you love it? Then you're Mike Tyson and you're a superhuman, right? You've been able to unlock yourself. You'll be able to see yourself. You'll be able to see your actions and patterns and be like, oh, fuck, man, that's me. So me. I know me, man. I'm going to be couch locked. I hope I'm not on this couch all day till the fucking fights come on. And I got weed. I know I want to stay out of the sun, and I don't have a car, so I start parking myself. And then it was like, wait, I need to go out to that property. I got dreams. I can get my car back. You know what I mean? I need to put in some work. And it's like, why sit around when I can go do something with my life? I can go out to the property, take some more pictures, get Home Small, get it in my brain, get some people around me, get that energy back up and be like, that's my energy. That's me, man. And my buddy's talking about facilities and how he can rent it out. And my other buddy, I was supposed to do the back, and then that's not happening now. So we'll see, bro. You know, just keep chipping away. You got to have more than one form of passive income. I got like 12. So, you know, if it isn't making shirts for somebody else, or printing paper products. I got some hits yesterday. Somebody was like, flyer in an hour. Boom, baby, boom. These guys are doing the slingshot rentals. And I was like, yeah, hit me up. Flyers in an hour. Let's go. And then my other friend's like, can you print die cut images? That's like those little hangy things that you put on the stick when you're in the 7-Eleven. He's got these pills, and he wants to package the pills. I don't do that, but instead of saying I don't do that, I was like, I'll find out. And then in that I'll find out, I'll get you a quote, I'll make it happen, I'll find a way to make more income. I put another hole in the water and just left some bait. And that's where we're at, bro. We're at the, do I see myself saying no when I'm saying there, man, I need some money? Well, as soon as somebody's asking me for flyers in an hour, I called them. Like, I tried to respond back, hit him back on the other Instagram, reached out, called him, he texted me back, no, I'm trying to hit you up with the flyers, then he called me. If it wasn't for my proactiveness, he wouldn't have called me and I wouldn't have the deal by Monday. I'll wait. He wanted to wait too. He didn't want to pay double for flyers in an hour, trying to order on a Friday night at 5 o'clock where the shop's closing and you're on some, I need some flyers now. Shit, it'll be double if you really, really, really want it. Oh, you want to wait? Well, let's slow boat it then. I'll catch you on Monday. We'll do 3 to 5 business days, right? You can either buy time. What do the mechanics say? You can either have it fast but not cheap, right? Or cheap but not fast. Or do you want it done right and slow, right? Like, the choices are yours. Measure twice, cut once, man. And that's all you got to do is see yourself. If you can see yourself, know thyself, you know, to thy own self be true. When you're nobler in your mind and you're nobler in your soul, and you start catching yourself being abusive, or you start catching yourself being lazy, or you start catching yourself being complainy, bro, the sky's the limit. Because then you're beating the biggest opponent of your life, and that's you. You in control of this body, the function, what it eats, what it watches, what it does. Once you mastered yourself, then you can master the world. Then you can put yourself in positions that you want to be in countries that you want to see, in fucking languages you want to speak. It's out there, bro. I've already done it 3 times around the world, and I'm just like, I fucking love it, bro. And this is my message back to my fellow human beings, is like, start seeing yourself. You see, it's even a better thing to see yourself around the world and see how you interact with other people. You know what I mean? Like, how do I get along with Chinese people? How do I get along with Finland people? How do I get along with Spanish people? Some are hits, some are miss. But you're for sure going to miss the hits that you don't take. So it's an experiment. You got to put some of this in play. And a lot of people don't want to play. They want to play in their lives. They want to just play and have fun all day. I get it. Me too. But some of the things I'm working on, like my skill sets and like my mood and my attitude, I got to work on that. I got to work on that temper. I got to work on the way that I speak to people. I got things I'm working on, and they ain't done till they're worked on. How long is it going to take? Till it's done. And there it is, dude. There it is, me being honest with myself. I was like, yo, you're putting a lot of energy, your meat, your money, energy, attention, and time into these drugs, these women, and this fun. But what about your dreams? What about your business? You know, how about that pocket? And it was just like, oh shit, man, I'm not doing really good at that. I just kind of ignored that stuff because I'm not good at it, and I expanded on the stuff that I was good at. And I was like, well, let's put some of this energy into the things you're not good at. Let's learn Photoshop. Let's learn how to edit videos, right? Let's launch websites. Let's work on some things, and then you're not so preoccupied on these things anymore, right? I distracted myself. I gave myself healthy distractions. That's what Saints Addiction is. You get to smoke after you do the work. You know, you get to go on vacations after you built the project. You get to have. You have to do it first, and then you can have it. But most people want to have it, then do it, then be it, you know? And it's just like, no, it's not a have, do, be situation. No, ma'am, no, sir. This is a situation for all of us to level the fuck up, make sure that we rise to our own occasion, rise to our own levels and own expectations. Your parents might have expectations for you. Your friends too, but guess what? It's not about them, it's about you. And the way you treat you, and the way that you talk to you, and the way that you put yourself into action. So if you can get into yourself, and play it like the video games that you play every day, and jump higher, and hit the B button, and spin around and catch the star, be the star, bro. Get on those levels. Beat the levels, man. This is what the life's about. Life's a big-ass game, and you're about to play it. Don't play yourself. Don't outplay yourself, bro. You know, don't play yourself is what they said. You know, play the game. You know, don't hate the player, hate the game. Get this game to work for you. Get your life to work for you. That's all Saints Addiction was. This is life by design. I was like, I want to smoke weed. I want to cruise around. I was telling my homie, we could do this. Recruit girls for faceless pork at the strip clubs, go to the smoke shops, sell 420 products, smoke and review, go around, get people to join weed club. You know what I mean? And do what it do. Go from spot to spot to spot until I'm fucking done smoking or chilling and time to go do a long lunch, and then make some more clothes. Go design. Be creative. I have so many more ideas that need to be done, and podcasts I need to be on, and places I need to see and go, and places I want to be. My friends calling me from Finland. I miss them. And Thailand's calling again. So in another 2 months, it's going to be November again in high season. And it's just a whole situation of figuring out life in itself. You get what I mean? That this is a life choice. That you're choosing your lifestyle. And the energy you put in will be your energy, and that's the person that you'll be. And if you don't work on it, it won't develop, and that's just what it is. So most people, they're just letting it happen instead of making it happen. And I'm making it happen, Captain. And that's your morning motivation. If you got anything out of this, do like, share, subscribe. I'm gonna go do a dab. I'm gonna go get really high and get my buddy to get off his ass so we can go out to that property and make something happen. You know, it's all about motivation, and I'm gonna go make some motivated juice as well. Hey, shout out to my Aunt Juanita, saved my ass. I had no food. I forgot that I had family in Vegas, and she showed up and gave 2 loaves of bread, 2 fucking whole chickens, 2 dozen eggs, some milk, fucking 8 fucking bags of beans, fucking you name it, I got fed, and a whole fucking box of ramen. Thank you, my family. I love you. I have support. I am loved. I am blessed, and so are you. Peace and love. And as always, Chi Gatan. That means goodbye, but not forever in Phoenix. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, subscribe. Right? The other side of fear, the other side of excuses, and the other side of the world, because that's exactly where I'll be in a Thanos snap, and you can be too if you get it mentally. Peace.